Hi, this is Ian Stewart from Flowtown Mastering. In this third video in our WaveLab 30th anniversary series, we're focusing on professional disc mastering and delivery, the tools that make WaveLab essential for album assembly, sequencing, and creating deliverables for CD and vinyl formats. While streaming may be dominant today, physical formats remain crucial for many genres and artists, and WaveLab excels at handling all these delivery formats with precision. Let's explore 6 powerful features that streamline this process. We'll start with one of WaveLab's biggest time-saving features, the Album Wizard. Found in the Album tab, this tool automates the often tedious process of marker placement and spacing relative to clips, helping you quickly assemble an album that meets professional delivery standards. To use it, simply select the tracks you want to include, and then click on the Album Wizard button. Here, you can specify exactly how you want your title markers positioned, whether you want them to align with the beginning of clips, adding pre- and post-gap offsets to the clip positions, or maintain the current positions of clips while adjusting markers around them. One particularly useful option is the ability to set different spacing for the first and last titles. For instance, you might want a longer pre-gap before the first title, or a longer post-gap after the final title to meet specific delivery requirements. The wizard also handles ISRC codes, and in WaveLab 12 there's even an option to control how these codes increment, either by 1 or by 10, which is helpful for different release scenarios, like when alternate versions use the final digit for version identification. Once configured, the wizard adds markers and ISRC metadata to all your tracks, saving what could otherwise be a substantial amount of tedious manual positioning and metadata entry. Building on what we covered about metadata in our previous video, WaveLab offers comprehensive CD text integration for professional CD mastering. CD text appears on compatible players, providing information about the album, artist, and tracks. The CD text editor is accessible directly from the album window. What makes WaveLab's implementation special, though, is how seamlessly it integrates with your existing metadata. Remember those metadata variables we discussed in our streaming video? This is one of the key places they pull data from, allowing you to enter information once and have it populate across all your delivery formats. You can specify CD text at both the album and individual track levels. For each track, you can enter the title, performer, songwriter, composer, and arranger, all of which will be embedded in the CD or DDP master, but also translated into the metadata for any other file formats. There's even support for different languages if you're working on international releases. This integration ensures that your physical CD releases maintain the same metadata consistency as your digital deliverables, providing a degree of professionalism that clients appreciate and listeners benefit from. Creating natural transitions between tracks is a critical part of album sequencing, and WaveLab's natural and musical fade shapes make this process both efficient and sonically pleasing. While simple linear fades can sometimes be appropriate, WaveLab also includes a number of complex fade shapes designed with musicality in mind. You can access these from the Fade tab in the montage. WaveLab provides numerous fade shape options including linear, sine, square root, and sinusoid curves that you can apply to your clip transitions. You can create simple fades or more complex overlap-based crossfades with differing fade-out and fade-in shapes, giving you precise control over how tracks flow into one another. What makes WaveLab's implementation particularly powerful is how these fades maintain precise control while being completely non-destructive. You can easily adjust the length and shape of your fades at any point in your mastering process as you refine the album flow. The real-time preview allows you to see and hear exactly how these transitions will sound before committing to them. The Envelope tab also gives you additional control over clip transitions, letting you design custom volume curves for precise control over how one track flows into the next. And moreover, envelopes and fades can all be pre- or post effects. This attention to detail is one facet of mastering that differentiates beginner from professional album sequencing, allowing you to create seamless journeys for listeners as they move through your carefully crafted album experience. When working with formats that have physical divisions, like vinyl sides or cassette sides, or even multi-disc CD sets, WaveLab's Title Groups feature becomes invaluable. This allows you to organize tracks into logical groupings and further to create cue sheets and other documentation tied to those groupings. You can assign title groups directly in the album window using the group column, where you can simply select from groups A through Z, or none. A feature like this is nearly a prerequisite when delivering masters for different physical formats. For example, when preparing vinyl masters, you can clearly indicate which tracks belong on which side, making it easy to identify where side breaks should occur, and also the timing of title starts and ends relative to that group or side, something your cutting engineer will surely appreciate. This organization is also carried through to your metadata and can be exported as a cue sheet or other documentation for manufacturing. For professional CD manufacturing, a disk description protocol, or DDP file set, is the industry standard, and WaveLab offers comprehensive DDP creation with built-in error checking. This ensures that your masters meet all technical specifications for replication. To create a DDP image, simply go to the Render tab and select Write Audio CD or DDP, and WaveLab will verify that your album structure meets Redbook standards and alert you to any potential issues before generating the final DDP file set. What sets WaveLab's DDP implementation apart is its attention to detail. It includes all CD text information, PQ codes, ISRC codes, UPC EAN codes, and even pre-emphasis flags if needed. The built-in error checking helps prevent costly mistakes, for instance if a disk exceeds 80 minutes, or if there are issues with index markers. Once created, you can even audition your DDP image right within WaveLab to verify everything is correct before sending it to a pressing plant. This gives you confidence that what you hear is exactly what will be manufactured, eliminating any guesswork or potential surprises when the physical product arrives. What's more, your clients can even use the free Steinberg DDP player to audition the final product in their studio. Finally, let's look in a little more detail at how WaveLab ensures consistent metadata across all your delivered files with its tag-based metadata management. While we touched on this in our streaming video, here we'll focus specifically on how this system ensures consistency across multiple delivery formats. WaveLab's centralized metadata approach means you can manage all your tags in one place and have them automatically populated across CD text, digital files like MP3, FLAC, etc., and BWF chunks. This can be managed in a variety of ways, but what I love to do is set up a metadata preset that uses auto variable tags. Variables are a unique and powerful feature in WaveLab, and while the included auto variables cover a staggering number of use cases, here is just the beginning of the list, you can also define your own custom variables, which can include blends of auto variables, manually entered text, etc. Then we can use these variables in our CD text, metadata presets, and more. This keeps the number of times you have to enter any given metadata to an absolute minimum, while also ensuring a meticulous degree of consistency. For professional deliverables, you can also create custom naming schemes that incorporate variables and metadata. For instance, you might want files named as artist, album, track, number, title for client delivery, while keeping your internal files organized differently. With a little setup in your templates, WaveLab can handle all of this automatically every time, ensuring that no matter what format you're delivering, the file naming and metadata remains accurate and consistent. So there you go. 6 powerful features that make WaveLab the professional's choice for disk mastering and delivery across all physical formats and beyond. These tools work together to streamline your workflow while maintaining the highest standards of quality and organization. If this was helpful, please give the video a like, and don't forget to check out the other videos in this 30th anniversary series, where we explore more of WaveLab's extensive mastering toolkit. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.